Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Kerbal Space Program. Last episode I made my first successful landing on Minmus, which was actually easier I found than landing on the moon. Now I'm not sure if that is because I just got better at it, or possibly because Minmus's gravity is so low that it was just a much gentler landing. So today's episode is just going to be getting back to Kerbal and figuring out what to do with our science, because it shouldn't take that long. So let's take a look at our fuel. We've got plenty of fuel left over. Electrical charge is great because of our photovoltaic panels. And what I'm just going to do is blast off and see what happens. Now, just like I thought, it's super easy to get off the ground here just because of the extremely low gravity. And there's our target right over there. So let's get a little bit of altitude. Let's get a lot of bit of altitude. Get a bunch of speed. And just cut that out. I said it last episode, I probably could have gotten away without even using these engines. So let's take a look at our orbital map. Whoa! Whoa! Too much. Okay, need to get into a actual orbit. Let's find 90 degrees. Should be right over here. 90 degrees, and we'll burn off in that direction. See if that helps. How's that? I'm just going too fast. It's barely curving. I'm just going so fast in relation to the orbit here. Okay, no big deal. Now, what I'm just going to do is point retrograde and burn off some of that speed. I've never done this before, so this is a new experience for me. Let's cut back on that speed a little. That'll help. Let's go to 1/3 thrust. I really like the configuration of that engine I built. Okay. There we go. Now that's at least orbital. Well, not orbital, but you know. Let's just get up to our periapsis here. Or apoapsis. I'm not used to working with such low gravity. It's really kind of throwing me off, so this is a bit of a learning experience. I do not like using this warp. I said it an episode or two ago. I do not like using anywhere. Let's see, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't like using 7 or 8. I find that they're just too much, especially for what I'm doing right now. Maybe when I head out into the outer reaches of the solar system, it'll be different. But right now, I find it messes me up more often than it helps me. So let's get to our apoapsis here, and we don't want to burn retrograde, we want to burn prograde. I did find that out. I think in one of the first episodes I was pontificating on what the opposite, what burning in the direction of travel is, and I did figure out it's called prograde as opposed to retrograde. That's fine, that's an orbit. Relatively flat, relatively. So let's just try to find a maneuver. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to take me very long or not, so I'm going to start time compression. If it takes me a while, so be it. Alright, I am back in a very wide orbit over Kerbal. As you can see here, my apoapsis, let's see, periapsis, 38 million meters, apoapsis, 44 million meters. So I'm really far out, but it is an orbit around Kerbal, as you can see here. Oh, that's info on Minmus. It thinks I'm orbiting, does it think I'm known knowledge base? Okay, maybe it just thinks I am. Okay, I'm just gonna burn, retrograde a little bit to degrade my orbit here. As you can see, we're shrinking it in. And I don't want to do the thing where I just have a... maybe I will. I don't know. How long is it going to take me to get over there? 11 days. 10 days. Oh, just went inside the moon's gravity there. Now what is this? Minmus escape. You know what? I think we're going so slow that we're inside Minmus's sphere of influence again, so I need to increase my speed a little bit here. What I'm not accounting for is, you know, how close I am to the bodies I don't want. So let's increase our speed a little bit again. There we go. Nope. Increase it again. I want to get away from this. Is it pulling me in? What's going on here? Oh, was I burning the wrong direction? Was I burning retro? Yeah, I think I was just burning retrograde instead of prograde. Okay, let's try to fix this. I don't want to be in Minmus's sphere of influence. I want to, you know, get over here. All right, let's see how that works. That should be okay. I should be fine. Yep, there we go. We're fine. How long is it going to take me? Oh god, I'm going so slow right now. Let's focus our view over here so we're not following Minmus. Am I? Oh, I got time compression on still. I'm barely moving. That's basically what's going on right now. So let's try to increase. Now, see, I've got this problem where I'm going so. You know what? I'm going so slowly because I'm over here. You slow down at the apoapsis and you speed up at the periapsis, so that's probably the problem. Let's just try to get past it. Yeah, there we go. As we're getting closer to our orbital body, we're picking up speed as its influence increases. There we go. That's fine. Like I was just saying, I don't like using this, but I'm going so slow that I'm just going to knock it down when I get, you know, closer. There we go. We'll just whip. All right. We're fine. We're in the atmosphere. We are in the atmosphere. I got a little carried away there, but we are re-entering the atmosphere. We're perfectly fine. See, I didn't even use both these fuel tanks out, and that was with, you know, extra burns and stuff. So let's get rid of the fuel tanks off the side there. No, what happened? What happened? I lost my... What happened? I lost everything. Everything blew off. What the hell happened? Oh, I'm gonna crash back down to the surface. Oh, damn. I don't know what happened. Alright, we're gonna have to revert flight to... You know what I'm gonna have to do? Is, resume flight. Just quick load it. Is it this one? I'm not sure what happened there. It should have blown off... Now this, I mean, it knocked off this part right here. I'm not sure why. Maybe when I'm in orbit, I'll get rid of these. Maybe that'll be better. And that should blow off down there. Okay, well, I'm going to cut the recording here because my last quick save was right before I landed, so I'm just going to have to redo that real quick. But I'll cut out the recording, and I'll be back when I'm re-entering the atmosphere, so you don't have to worry about all that. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, we're back. I figured out, I think what happened was the decouplers for the engines on the side, they kind of spun off when I ejected them in space, and I'm assuming when I was rocketing through the atmosphere, they hit my pod and damaged it. And I also noticed that I have when I'm doing these missions, I bring too much fuel with me. Look, I have this entire fuel tank basically unused, and those other fuel tanks had fuel in them when I launched them, and the big ant butt still had fuel in it when I launched that off. So we're doing really well in terms of fuel consumption. I'm happy with that. Oh, and we're burning up in the atmosphere. We're going down. We're going to land in the ocean, which is perfectly fine. I'm not sure if they're ever going to do it, but it would be an awesome thing if they did do it, is to actually add in, like the heat shields and things like that. So, you have to make sure you're coming in at a good angle or you'll damage yourself. So we're gonna decouple. Launch that section off. I don't need it anymore. And I have 2 parachutes on this, which should give me a really, really smooth landing. When I get a little bit closer to the surface, I'll deploy those. I definitely think that's what happened. Is I think when I decoupled the engines in the atmosphere, they spun off and hit my capsule here and damaged it and knocked things around. I thought for a second that I had put the decoupler between these 2 parts instead of between these 2 sections right here, and then I decoupled my parachutes, and I was like, no, I'm gonna have to do the whole thing over again. But nope. Just a little problem of decoupling too late in the process. And there we go. I'm not sure what happened, but the last engine stage that I never even ended up really using just hit the surface. 5 meters per second should be plenty slow enough. Let's just speed this up so that we're not sitting here waiting around for us to float down to the surface. I can't wait to see how much frickin' science I got off of this. It was a lot. Maybe 300 or so? It was a lot, I know that. It'll be able to unlock a ton of stuff, a lot of cool things. I think the next goal is going to be to try to do that thing where I rescue Melcal Kerman from orbit. I'm pretty sure 4.85 should be perfectly... It shouldn't damage anything when it hits the water. And whoop, perfect. Perfect. Recover this vessel. See what we got. Can't wait. Okay, here we go, and look at that, 543.5 science earned on that mission. Surface sample from Minmus's flats was a ton. Material study from the flats was a ton. Mystery goo, even that was 50. Alright, so let's check. We recovered 88.3% of the value of our spacecraft. Excellent, very happy with that. And we got a little bit more reputation. +1. I was expecting more than +1, but... Oh, that was amazing. That was great. Now, let's see what we can do in terms of science. Now, we have aerodynamics down here. Now, I haven't ever, not once, have I ever built one of the planes. So, I'm not sure what to do about that. Mobile processing lab sounds pretty cool. Precision engineering is for little, sub-probes. Now, I definitely want to grab this stuff right here. Specialized control. These are bigger command pods and bigger parachute and stuff like that, so I'm going to grab that. What do we have? High-altitude flight and large control surfaces. Launch escape system. This rocket is designed to wrench the command pod away from a malfunctioning rocket. Interesting. I've never seen any of this stuff before. Cupola or cupola module. Mark II can lander, what's our fuel tank, supersonic flight. Now I might, I don't really think I want to. Actuators, making things mobile. Specialized construction, that sounds pretty cool. Hitchhiker storage container, that would be for an extra crew member. But what I'm gonna do is grab these even heavier rockets because that's just cool. 550. Whoa, look at this stuff. Engine clusters. And I think I'm going to do specialized construction here. But I don't know. Maybe I should grab this stuff first. That mobile processing lab just sounds great. And mobility enhancer. Extension technology. Now these are better legs. I like that. So we're going to grab those better... 160? No, we can do. We could grab those better legs too. And field science. Command C. Oh, this is for building a rover. That's definitely something I've never done before. Okay. Oh, know what I should do too is check to see what's available. Gather science from gather data from space around the moon. Explore Duna, explore Eve, explore Ike. Alrighty. Nice. Now I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'll figure that out off screen and maybe do a little bit of testing. And when I come back, we're definitely going to be doing some interesting things that I've never done before, with parts I've never done before, and failing like I've never done before. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop me a like, leave me a comment, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Kerbal Space Program, subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time.